In 1996, Scholastic began publishing Animorphs. Over the next 6 years, Katherine Applegate and her husband, Michael Grant, under the pseudonym K.A. Applegate, produced 54 main series books, several spin-offs, and inspired a TV series, graphic novels, and a cult following. We can't tell you where we live. We can't even tell you our last names. But we can tell you our thoughts and feelings on this series, book by book. I'm Miranda.
I'm Eddie.
And I'm Chris.
And we are the Anidorks. These may be kids' books, but we discuss dark themes and mature content. There may also be some explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
I have been wanting to talk to the two of you about our Animorphs.
What's going on?
About our Animorphs or about our Animorphs?
Sorry.
Okay, sorry, I had to make sure.
Yes.
Got it.
Our
You're
children.
talking about Reddit. Take it away.
Our children, our
Reddit children.
Oh no, Eddie, this can't be the talk.
It's just that when we last left...
tremendously awkward.
Not that talk.
When we last left our Animorphs, I swear that we had 6 of them.
Yep. I knew this is what was happening.
I feel like I turned around and I looked back. I peeked over my shoulder back at the kids, and there was one extra one. And I'm wondering if you've noticed the same thing.
See, no, I like, sometimes you pick up a stray cat, sometimes you pick up a stray dog, sometimes a bird starts following you, but sometimes your children come to you and they go, "We found this kid."
What the hell are you talking? Are you talking about Tashandra? Like, what the hell? Like, experientially, it's not like wait. Are you? Because isn't it like canon that we kind of experience the books in little bits?
That's
even
fair.
Though we read the whole thing.
That's
like
right.
We don't have a David.
No, there's someone. There's someone
now.
lurking. I don't know who it is.
Oh, okay, got it.
Someone
Who's
lurking
David?
in the distance.
Yeah, I don't know who David is. Okay, got it.
I
Okay.
thought that we do the 3-sentence summary, which is based off of us reading.
Oh wait, that's true. And not only the 3-sentence summary, Chris, you told us on the book last time there's going to be a new Animorph.
Oh no! Oh no!
You spoiled.
I spoiled the whole series. Guys, we gotta quit.
We gotta go.
We gotta go. I ruined it.
See, I thought Eddie was going into a "don't you think it's time to give them a sibling" bit, and I was like, I don't know if I like where this is going.
Wait a second. I am that dumb. I really was like, did I spoil it? Like, what's going on? You guys are trolling the hell out of me.
I'm not trolling you. It's just, I said it was
trolling.
on the sentence.
Get ready. There's a brand new animal.
Yeah, you told
I see
us.
what you're saying. Yeah, I did tell you that. I did. Oh my
And
God,
wait,
I hate
wait.
everything.
Maybe we have misunderstood, Miranda. Maybe Chris
Maybe I should
just
start the timer.
spoiled, and it is Tashandra, and David's a red herring.
No!
Oh no!
It's definitely Tashandra.
Tashandra's
Take my
so
word
cool.
for it. She's so
She is
cool.
definitely insecure, but I also love the energy she's giving
She's
in this
a little
chapter.
bit mean to Marco, but what
Little
new
bit.
Animorph is it?
We can't talk about that much yet though, because we have to talk
we
about
have to do
our 3-sentence summaries.
Our 3-sentence summaries.
Or in my case, 1-sentence summary, which I'm not prepared for.
All right. Well, you should go first this time.
Oh, okay.
No, I can. I'll do. I believe I am the 3 sentences.
You are.
Okay, and I chose. The Lord told me not to think of this ahead of time, so
Okay.
I'm not even gonna like think about this. I've got 3 whole sentences. Think we can hit it all. So way back in book 1, Marco really set up the energy that carried us the whole way to book 20, wherein
It's true.
we have a lot of new problems in the form of presidents being attacked by Yerks and morphing cubes being at Five Below on sale.
That's true.
And you really got to watch out for those Spencer's Gifts morphing cubes.
Yeah.
And sentence 1. Sentence 2.
I would like to know how. I would like to know how that is
How?
sentence 1.
End it. All right? Find your peace with it. End it. Okay?
Like taking the dog out back.
Take it around back, and I'm not going to ask any questions. It's what needed to be done. Just, it's my sentence. I'll shoot it. Okay, so then sentence 2 can be, I got so much done with sentence 1. Holy cow, we're just diving into shit without much caution this book. That's sentence 2. Sentence 3 is, hi, David.
Okay. No, hi to Chandra.
That's because she's the new Animorph, and it goes without saying.
Okay. 2-sentence summary. Scholastic would have you believe that Book 20, The Discovery,
Channel,
is about the Animorphs finding a new member, or the kids unearthing a conspiracy to kidnap the president, period. In reality,
okay,
the discovery of Book 20
Channel of Discovery Channel Book 20
refers to Marco's bi-panic arc, period.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, well, that covers the 3-sentence summary.
It does, actually. Yeah, it's all over. It's, fuck.
No, you gotta, come on, just get in there.
Fuck, I know.
You just heard what a sentence could be.
I know.
I know.
But Eddie took all the bi-panic, you know? It's like...
Just raise him some tri-panic, you know?
Oh, that's true.
Just
Okay.
iterate
Good things and bad things come in 3s. :
On what?
On what?
Come in threes, colon. On what?
Love interests. Sentences. And traits of the dark triad.
Miranda, it's not fair that you don't know what you're going to do for your one sentence, and then you go and find one so good. Wait, and I don't want to know right now. I want to try to guess as we go through, but I don't know what the dark triad is.
Oh, it's bullshit, but...
Yeah, it's this polycule down the street that's just driving me nuts right now.
I think
walking around in robes, in like cloaks.
We have confirmed instances of one part of the dark triad, and I would say subtextual instances of 2 parts.
And
of the
I
dark
think
triad.
I can guess what those 2 are based on. I looked over your
subsection. I wasn't listening. See, this is why I don't put my notes in the doc anymore, because Eddie note snipes. I swear to God, like Eddie's like, I'm just gonna meander all over your thing.
What do we call it when you pop in there typing where I'm typing the summaries, if not note sniping?
That's crossing the streams.
Yeah.
Which ties back to the dark triad. No.
I did, Chris, when you talked about the dark triad being the polycule down the street in the cloaks, I did have this strong visual of you opening your window and shouting, "Grow up!" at the dark triad as they walked up.
Why would I shout?
I don't know.
You're gonna have to. It's Halloween, Eddie. It's perfectly
true. I did a show once. It was Agatha Christie's Murder on the Nile, and the 2 main female characters don't enter for the first 30 minutes of the show because the entrance is basically just like introducing all the characters as they get on the boat. And so the girl and I that were the 2 lead female characters would sit up there doing like weird old lady New York accents as we finished doing our makeup. And one of the things, I don't remember how it came up. I was like, oh, they're making all these troubles about seeing drag queens. I saw a drag queen 7'6" in heels, and I saw her wearing a floor-length cloak, and I just looked at her and I said to her, I need you to tell me something. Where did you get 13 yards of that fabric? And it's still like one of my favorite things I've ever done.
It's like the math actually roughly works out. You riffed that? That's
I had a cloak.
That's really good.
I had a cloak in a show, and they told me it took like 10 yards of fabric. So I was like, okay, if we size me up.
Yeah. That's incredible. That's amazing. Oh, man. All right. Well, that was a great podcast episode, you guys.
Yeah.
I got another podcast I got to record right now.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'll see you in the Anidorks call, or
yeah. Can you send in the other two? Can you send in Medi and Aranda so that I can do my?
Yeah, I might stick around and just record for another 45 minutes if that's
I might
okay.
If you do that, can you just mute yourself in the in the Zoom? Okay, cool. All right.
So I think we all loved this book, but I think it's time to get started.
I think we just gotta dive in.
Yeah,
these answers aren't gonna question
this book
themselves.
just like it's an engine that is already running when you get there. It is going.
It sounds like a Mustang on the surface of the Taxon homeworld. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Oh God, it's me. Chapter 1.
That's the engine going.
Wait, you're telling me book 20 is narrated by Marco, and it's called The Discovery, and somehow it's not the beginning of a 3-book bi-panic arc about the weeks leading up to prom, where Marco is forced to choose between his alien best friend, who Marco thinks is kind of pretty like a girl, the girl next door to Chandra, the other girl next door who Marco observes looks like a boy in a good way, Danielle, and the troublemaker new kid, David, whose unruly pet cobra is about to make Marco's life more complicated than ever. But wait.
Is that a euphemism?
I don't know.
But wait. It's also the one where Marco makes Axe hide in a closet and then swallows him?
As a snake.
Anyway,
it's true.
The first chapter of book 20 is pretty straightforward. Marco unsuccessfully hits on classmate Tashandra between classes. As he retreats from his failed attempt to get a date, he notices something odd. One of the kids he passes in the hallway is holding the morphing cube that gave Marco and his friends their morphing powers months ago in the construction site. Uh-oh!
Nice.
Thank you.
Can we get that uh-oh clean?
Uh-oh! What was unclear?
Now, can we get it angry?
Uh-oh.
Now, can we get it tender?
Uh-oh.
Nice,
I don't know which one we'll use.
Anyway, this book is a bisexual disaster.
Yeah.
He starts off talking to Chandra, who is like beautiful name for a beautiful girl, and she's like, oh, really? It would be for a beautiful girl, but not for me, right? You're calling me a fucking pig? And he's like, I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm gonna go. And then he's like, we're just gonna call it there. And she's like, yeah. And then he's like, there's this girl, Danielle. She works out a lot. She's very strong. In a good way. And I emphasize, in a good way. And so I'm like, whoa, Danielle, you're looking way buff. Look at those shoulders of yours. You could practically be a boy. A thing I like. I don't say. No, he doesn't say the last bit.
Yeah.
But, he basically said the last bit.
He basically said the last bit, and then she calls over the boy she likes, and he threatens to beat her up, or beat him up for saying she looks like a boy, and he has to go fleeing.
Right, because of he can't even realize what that means about him.
Yeah, he doesn't know why he's attracted to strong women.
He's by panicking, and he's,
There was a line in here that I just, personally, I feel gives the Animorphs rewrite theory, both the KA rewrite theory and the theory that we may be going back in time and doing this ourselves, some credibility. There's a line here, they are everywhere, they can be anyone. And I just thought that sounded a lot like a particular Animorphs the Musical lyric from the workshopped opening song.
Yes.
Everybody.
Which we have not released yet.
Which we have not released. So how could she know?
Unless.
So it has to be that we told her in our Applegate expose.
It has to be.
Could we, if it is, in fact, the Anidorks, the Anacool kids who are traveling through time.
Sure.
And working on these books, changing them. Could we actually be setting ourselves up for a marketing opportunity where we release a track from the Animorphs musical?
I think, well...
We could definitely, there's some concepts laying around that, we could brush up a little. I wouldn't call them a full track, but, there's some stuff that could maybe, but, this could also all get cut if we're not ready to do it.
No, let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's rip the Band-Aid off, you guys. I just got a call from our agent, Martha, and she wants us to go ham. She wants us to go ahead. She says we're beautiful and we got to strike now while everyone's listening.
That's true.
I think that's your agent, Chris. I think that's your agent, Martha.
She specifically says I can't talk to you unless you're still on the show with Mehdi and Aranda and Aranda, and I just say, well, it's close enough.
It's the same basic thing. Nothing else really happens in this chapter except finding that cube, that damn cube, but he just gets eyes on it.
It's probably nothing.
It's probably nothing.
Are
you kidding me? He literally doesn't he call it a morphing cube at the end?
He says the blue box, the morphing cube.
Yeah, I just don't believe it. Yeah. I think he's not a reliable narrator.
It's probably not a big deal.
What are you talking about? What are you guys?
You already said they sell those at $5 Below now, so
yeah.
But why do you think bisexuals panic? It's because somebody has their morphing cube.
Oh no!
Just walking around the hallway with it. So.
It's walking around the hallway with it. Okay.
Well, let's go to chapter 2 to find
around the morphing cube.
Edling, take it away.
Yo, Marco calls out to the boy with the blue morphing cube. He doesn't know why he said yo. He's not a yo person, but he's too busy having a heart attack at the sight of the morphing cube to act like himself. After all, the Animorphs have been operating under the assumption that the morphing cube was destroyed back in the construction site. With that box, anyone could obtain the powers of the Animorphs. A Visser 3. The Erks would do anything to get their hands on that box. Marco introduces himself to the boy with the morphing cube, whose name is David. Marco asks where David found the morphing cube. David reveals that he found the cube hidden in a hole in the wall in the construction site. David thinks that the box might be foreign, as it has some odd writing on it. Marco tries to buy the box off of David with the change in his pocket, but David isn't interested. Nice to meet you, Marco says, to which David replies, even nicer to say goodbye. Marco finds Jake and pulls him into the boys' bathroom. He tells him everything. Not everything. Everything.
It's like,
but he gives him enough information.
Yeah.
Elfangor's blue box.
Yeah.
His blue lunchbox.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I just mean he doesn't tell him about the discovery. Yeah, that's in a later chapter.
Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right.
He started getting on cable recently.
Yeah.
So, David definitely comes off...
On what?
Off on what?
This is going to apparently because I'm at the wheel of my own ship here. This is going to be the Chris alienates everybody episode.
Yeah, I actually, Miranda, are you also getting calls from Martha? Like she's been calling over and over again.
Yeah, she told me
you gotta replace this Chris kid.
I got a thing that said Chris is thinking of playing this kind of David-like role for this episode, if you would. And I was like, I don't really want to, talk too much about our specific plans.
Chris also has a very specific voice they want to do. So as I says to Marco, I says I can't sell it to you for $1.30.
And a very old peppermint lifesaver. No, it's good.
I'll be honest, it looks like you've sucked on said lifesaver.
So if we were in charge of a live-action Animorphs project, do you think we could get New Jersey icon Danny DeVito for the role of David?
Yes, it is time. I wish we had done this 20 years ago because he would have been perfect.
He's still perfect. What do you mean?
He's still perfect. We might not be able to get it.
That's true.
The amount of problems I think that.
What are you talking about? Problems? They're called answers.
No. Within the fiction, if you were it was Danny DeVito in the hallway with the morph cube, it's like there would be
I don't care.
additional problems on top of just.
My dad moves around a lot. I got held back.
He's a spy. Is David giving Son of Spy here? Do you think?
Oh, you think he's just trying to be? Like.
Did he come out with the spy?
Not yet.
Yeah. No, he does not give Son of Spy.
He's kind of unremarkable. He's a little shit. Yeah, I think he might.
I don't know. He's kind of like flat. He kind of like he feels like he's just like staring at Marco, and he's like,
Yeah. I didn't like nicer to say goodbye. That's why I included it in the summary.
No, he's a dick.
Yeah.
But like that feels emulated. You know what I mean? That feels like he heard someone say that.
He's just trying to fit in because he heard Deshandra and Danielle and God damn it, I forgot his name already.
So he thought Marco was
Justin
coming
Mullins
up to hit on
being
him.
Mean.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
And he's like, all right, well, to fit in with everybody else.
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
new,
to,
and clearly everyone's mean to Marco, so that's just what I gotta
this
do.
happened like 3
That's
lockers
true.
in
It
a
is
row.
hard.
Yeah. Marco shoots his shot.
Yeah. He just goes down the locker line. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Who hasn't
now
tried
that I think
that
about it that
strategy?
way. Yeah. But now that I'm thinking about it, like, nice to meet you, even nicer to say goodbye, does feel like it could be a James Bond line. So maybe it is giving Son of Spy.
Ah, okay. And also, Marco feels like David isn't picking up on his jokes. Is it possible that Marco's not picking up on David's jokes?
Good question. Well, and it's funny because I like see the by panic line, but the other thing I'm thinking is like Marco's not all there when he's interacting with people.
Yeah.
He's just kind of up there trying stuff. Like
That's true.
repeating a lot of stuff he heard on television.
That's true.
Like,
And I
to
will
your
say,
point, Anne.
I don't
Yeah.
think David
Yeah.
was part of the bi panic. I think David was part of the regular panic with he
Right,
notes his,
but when
his
you're
hair and eye color.
bisexual, all panic is by panic.
That's true, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like, I
it's
think
like-
the box kind of like threw him for a second. He didn't even really give us a good description of David except blonde hair, brown eyes. Like that's like all
Like-
we got.
Marco's about to get
And-
paged that his bike is being towed, and that is also by
yeah.
panic.
Yeah, I also...
Except also taller than Marco, but he was like,
Yes.
that's not hard to do.
Yeah, there's no way in which Marco thinks David's a cutie. That's just clear. He
Nah,
says he's
doesn't
taller than
read
him,
that- it doesn't
blonde
read like
hair, and he says he has a little bit of a face like he has a constant attitude, I think.
Yeah.
Which
Pouty, moody.
Yeah.
What's he thinking about? I need to know.
Yeah.
I think he's
I
thinking
can
about
fix him.
hurting people. Yeah, well, no, don't try to fix him, please. Okay, anyway.
He's giving Gemini boyfriend. Like,
Oh, no.
all right.
Shall we move on to
3.
chapter 3?
All right. That sounds like something I would say. All right.
It's you, Chris.
Why, thank you. I am Chris, and I will read chapter 3. Beginning at the beginning, the gang meets in Cassie's barn to discuss how to handle David. What are we doing about the David situation? Rachel asks how the box managed to survive the destruction of Elfangor's ship. Didn't the box get destroyed along with everything else? Axe agrees that it doesn't quite make sense. The Draken beam striking my brother's fighter would have created explosive pressures, Axe says. Perhaps the pressure simply hurled the Escafil device away at high speed. The what? Tobias asks on cue. Axe explains that what the kids are calling a morphing cube would more properly be referred to as an Escafil device, taken daily for health. Actually, it has a number of names. Escafil was the inventor of morphing technology. But in communist China, they simply call it. The science behind it is quite incredible. The device causes a cascading cellular regeneration tied to Z-space. We were about to get every fucking answer I've ever wanted.
I know.
Blame it on the Marco.
I threw the book across the room. I was, and then Marco so rudely interrupts. We so do not care, I said. It can cascade all over its Z-space for all I care. Wow, what a weird thing to say, Marco. The gang especially when you read it like that.
Yeah.
The gang decides that the most important thing is acquiring the device from David. He's not a Hork Bashir. He's not Visser 3. David is just a kid from school. Let's take his shit.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
I will
the first thing
say
that's ever gone wrong.
there's a couple things in here. Marco starts, I think, is this the start of the long story bit? He keeps saying long story throughout this book. And every time he says it, you could go directly to another book from the Animorphs. And it reminds me of like in comics where it'll be like an asterisk and then it'll be like, to see this adventure in full, I feel like they're plugging Tobias books here where they're like, go to book 1 to see how Tobias wound up like this.
I think Marco knew he was following Cassie's book where she was going to revisit earlier books. And he's like, I'm not going to waste time with that. You already saw a bunch of the series over again last book.
I will say, we do have a definite number of like thematic recurrences in this book and similarities between certain books and things that come up again that I thought would never come up again, but that's for later.
And I can tell like a few of those moments. The one that I know, there's no way it's getting called back to, and we've said this before, it's the truck ship from book 3.
Yeah,
there's
that can't happen.
Way.
That can't happen.
Yeah, like that would
Can't
be ridiculous. That
it's never coming up again.
Sidebar. Did that happen this book?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
I read the whole book, and I feel like if I read Truck Ship, I would have called you.
You definitely didn't read the word
a truck ship by any other name sort of thing. So
my God, what did I miss?
What
was it? What book did I read? Oh, sure. God fucking damn it. I was so bored during that section. I was like, get on the ship already.
Get on the ship. But that also, I'll say it again later, but that also ties back to book 3 because their whole plan in book 3 was get on the truck ship, and then they didn't have a fucking plan. And then at this book, they get on the helicopter, they don't have a fucking plan. Anyway, so first thing, this cascading cellular regeneration tied to a Z-space something. We don't know. And now I'm thinking about this cellular regeneration, and it made me think maybe we felt like we were proven right, but maybe our theory about the other animals existing in Z-space actually isn't true at all. You just have their DNA, and the only time mass is extruded into Z-space is when you use this cascading cellular regeneration.
It doesn't work, though, because they've been using it to heal. They've been using it to heal their human bodies.
Right? It heals their human bodies because you turn back into the... Oh, that's true.
Right.
But the cellular regeneration...
Right. Just to make it clear to the listener, Miranda finally agreed with me.
Wait.
No, so I'm seeing the point that when they're harmed in human form and they morph something else and then morph back human, they're better again. Which wouldn't make sense if you're just storing a copy, like a direct copy of your human body, unless it heals everything and you're just, like we posited earlier, remorphing the original form you morphed and they're not aging.
But the whole thing is a little sus because, like, you're right that some mass has to get moved out there because we can keep our clothes.
Right.
So,
shoe bladder.
Eddie, what were you going to say?
Well, I'm trying to understand.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Did you just sneeze? God bless you.
Shoe bladder.
Shoe bladder.
Yeah, also Axe stores an entire outfit.
He's always fully dressed. Too.
I'm a little... So is this cellular regeneration thing, is it possible that is a post... Cassie book 19 moment that they're adding in here because they compared it to her concluding?
Entirely.
Okay.
And I think it also could be trying to fix the fact that they shouldn't get healed as humans. That could say, well, because of the cellular regeneration that turns you into an animal, it also heals your human body.
Now, does it make a difference that it's cascading cellular regeneration?
I don't really know what that would mean.
Well, cascading would imply that it would unfold from a single point.
Yes,
or it would travel
go
downward,
outward, which does not meet our definition or does not line up with our description of morphing in any way whatsoever.
Yeah,
right.
But it's beautiful. So
it is beautiful. It's a beautiful.
I think it implies that the piss goes with. I think that also is.
I think it does.
I sure hope so. Quick aside, I won't take too long on this, but like it is like in Star Trek when they beam people, they're constantly like. They'll do this thing sometimes where they're like, oh, they're in the morph buffer. I can see they have this strange illness. Let me just like remove it from
cure it. Yeah, just
like
get rid of the debuff.
I don't know, man. Like there's like it'll happen sometimes, and they don't do it very often because it breaks stuff. But I think we're just in territory where like nothing makes sense about morphing anymore.
That's fair.
And the piss. You must, like, they should just rename Z-Space P-Space because it's so full of piss at this point from every time they morph.
And then the body's floating there, and then a ship crashes into them like bugs on a windshield. So.
And then the piss just explodes. Everywhere.
Yeah. And I would think, in Z-Space where things are moving at presumably faster than the speed of light and no speed at all, like a single drop of piss could be catastrophic.
And that's why we're moving this entire podcast over to OnlyFans from Patreon.
Yeah. This is our first episode so far.
It is. I'm so
rough.
sorry. I had a really weird day where I had a really weird day.
Well, I think it might be.
Going.
Now, I don't want to double down on the curse, but I did receive KA's original cut.
I didn't mean to send those nudes to you.
No, this was
KA's original what?
Original cut of the chapter, her original draft. of the chapter.
Right. Eddie clued us in. Eddie filled in some missing spots.
Scholastic tried to censor her, but
is that what this?
Yeah, the purple text is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I pasted it
Oh my
here.
God!
It's
I'm
actually
sorry,
KA. This is KA's font and color. This is her official.
This is how I remember
font
it.
She
and color.
requested this. She said, "Comic Sans. The book should be in Comic Sans, and it should be purple."
Yes. So how should we break this up?
Okay. I think so. I can do Marco. I'll do Marco's voice.
Somebody should probably take Axe, and then somebody should probably take everybody else, or like.
Yeah.
All right. So Miranda, you take
Let's
Axe.
try.
Okay.
And I'll take everything else.
Okay.
I'll do my best.
You know, the science behind the Escafil device is quite incredible. Axe said, the device causes a cascading cellular regeneration tied to a Z-space.
We so do not care, I said. You can cascade all over my Z-space for all I care.
Cassie jerked suddenly with her hand down the throat of a swan. The swan squirmed a bit, fluttering its wings in discomfort.
That is, I began, hoping that no one noticed my blushing.
Rachel's laughter interrupted me. Please, she said, do clarify.
I gave Rachel the finger. Shut up, I said. It was a slip of the tongue.
It's okay, Marco, Cassie said, still wincing on my behalf. You don't need to explain. At least don't say the word cascading again, Tobias said.
What I meant was it can cascade all over its Z-space for all I care.
Jake pinched his nose with frustration. Okay, that actually makes even less sense. Seriously, Rachel said. I liked it better when Axe was the one cascading.
How Z-space functions is no laughing matter, Axe said. Marco seems to have not been paying attention to my lessons.
There must have been an Andalite female. Tobias hopped from one rafter to another. What lessons? Like private lessons? He asked. Or Marco's paying too much attention in your lessons, Rachel said. Just to the wrong things.
Axe stepped towards me. If I could just demonstrate to Marco, Prince Jake.
No! Tobias shouted as he flew down from the rafters between us. Marco, I swear to God I will tear your eyes out. You guys, Jake said. This is so not important. Can we please just stay on task? What do you say, Marco? Tobias said. Can you stop hitting on my fucking uncle?
I wasn't
hitting. Sorry. Can you stop hitting on my effing uncle?
I wasn't hitting on him, I shouted at Tobias. Only when I saw everyone's concerned faces did I realize that Tobias hadn't been broadcasting to the group. He had communicated in thought speak only to me.
All four of Axe's eyes were fixed on me. Marco,
oh,
he
no.
said, you must know that I cannot control the cascading over you more than I can over anyone else.
Jake buried his face in his hands, finally giving up on trying to steer the conversation. Cassie excused herself from the barn. Only Rachel appeared riveted at what was happening in front of her.
Thanks for clarifying, buddy, I said.
If you'd like, however, I could perhaps arrange another private tutoring session with you to further discuss matters of Z-space, perhaps this time in my human form, just to ensure I have your full attention.
We never speak of this again.
Yep.
And scene.
Wow.
That was great.
It's canon as far as I'm concerned.
Our first original cut of a chapter. I think
Yes.
The fact that we received this one means that...
Crazy.
What's really crazy is it changed in my physical book.
Wow.
Like, it actually, and it's purple and in Comic Sans.
Wow. I didn't think they had
Just
that
as
printing technology.
Wow. Yeah.
Just as she intended.
Ordered.
I'm glad that she's chosen us as a vehicle for returning the books to their, original.
It feels really special, for sure.
A vehicle. That is what
So
I
she-
feel like. I feel like a...
She is listening. She just is not speaking to us directly. That's
true. She
this
won't call the
complicates-
phone.
Yeah.
The KA works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
Just as a quick last little button on this chapter, Rachel says something like, it's just one kid, how hard can it be? And Marco's like, normally I would be superstitious about this, but even I was like, who cares? And then he says, now I have a new superstition. Anytime I'm not worried, I worry. And I'm just really sorry that you're letting the intrusive thoughts win, Marco, because this is a problem I have. Anytime things are going too well, I'm like, I don't know.
I do have something to fit into this chapter super quick because it gets hit a couple times throughout the book. But there's a nice thing that starts happening in this chapter where Marco kind of gets pitted against Cassie in his own estimation of Cassie. He's like paying attention to he sees her as like a
Yes.
roadblock and someone who wants to stop and like think about things, and he's like, we don't have time, kind of thing. And this was also kind of being set up in the last book 19, a little bit, with sort of like, you know, like Jake's analysis of what Marco is like, how he gets from A to B faster than others, blah, 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 all that stuff. And I thought it's interesting hearing it from Marco's side. And I also found that Cassie's suggestions sounded like things Marco himself might have said in other books. Like Cassie's kind of actually like strong and calculating this book, and like
She is,
kind
yeah.
of just coming out with these ideas that feel like Marco ideas, like have to do with the plan. Are we getting away? Like, how are we doing this? Like, she's very detail oriented, this book, which is interesting in a book where like Marco's like predisposed to be like, here goes Cassie. And then every time she's kind of like on it.
Yeah, and he says, he's like,
cool.
I have to cut her some slack for saving my life. But honestly, he doesn't have to cut her a lot of slack in this book. And this also brings up the first time Marco mentions anybody possibly quitting the Animorphs this book, which will also be a thread that goes throughout.
Yeah, he's definitely wearing his goofier hat, I think, this book.
Yes, exactly,
Also, there's a fun little moment where, two things with this. Marco is kind of, he loves when Rachel bats her eyelashes at Marco, and Marco loves it.
I love
it's
that.
a cute little moment. He also describes Axe as having a fabulously strange body, and I just feel like Marco's a little bit flirty. This is what we already talked about. He's a little bit flirtier with everyone this book. So.
He is.
It's true. It's tuned up for sure. The thing that Cassie says that he gets like mad about, they're talking about getting the box, and Cassie like is actually agreeing with everybody in this moment. Before he figures out what, like, we need to get it before he figures out what it is. And more importantly, before the Yeerks discover he has it. And then he, like, gives her this death stare. And I'm like, chill, dude. Chill.
He's just evaluating her. He's trying to decide if he thinks it's like, she seems like she's in it, but she's been quiet all meeting. But he's still like, not sure how to feel about her whole episode of, like, quitting the Animorphs.
The flirtiness is really wild, too. It's like that moment with Rachel and Marco, like, Rachel teases Marco very like directly, and it's
it says the
really
way she
funny.
does, the way she indicates to him that it was a joke is she bats her eyelashes at him, and he's like, I love that. That's love it.
He basically does just go, I love that.
I love that. It's there on the page. That one's just there. Chapter 4?
Yeah, let's do it. That evening, the gang regroups without Axe outside a Burger King down the street. They don't trust that Axe can control his human morph around salty food. While Tobias scouts out David's house, Marco, Cassie, Rachel, and Jake form a plan. Marco and Rachel will morph into birds in the Burger King restroom while the other two stay behind to collect their discarded clothes. Then Marco and Rachel will fly to David's house to retrieve the Escafil device. Erek the Chee interrupts their planning to share some intel. The Yeerks are planning something big, he says. There's a summit meeting between world leaders happening right here in town. The U.S. president will be meeting with the leaders of Britain, France, Russia, Japan, and Germany to discuss, quote, matters in the Middle East, end quote. The leaders of 6 powerful nations meeting in the city that just happens to be the center of the Yeerk invasion. Cassie notes that this is the ultimate target for the Yeerks. But just as it's an opportunity for the Yeerks, Cassie says, it's also an opportunity for the Animorphs to expose the invasion once and for all. One more problem, Erek says. One of those world leaders is already a controller, but no one knows which one.
Classic Council of 13 situation.
Classic Council of 13, the board game.
Yeah.
And keep that under wraps, because still working on that one.
Yeah, concept's not done, but you know, like
trademark. All right.
It's a pretty straightforward chapter that they hang out. There is a cute bit of back and forth between Marco and Rachel about the Xena Warrior Princess show.
Yes,
they arm wrestle.
I don't get. They do arm wrestle. She kicks him, but I don't get
what character. She says Joxer.
Joxer, yeah, Jokester.
I don't think I met that character yet in Xena.
He's apparently an annoying weenie who hangs around. Yeah.
Which is Marco.
That's pretty early in the series. Wow.
He thinks he should be Hercules. But yeah, she kicks him in the knee and she's like, so she says, it says, Rachel laughed. Who cares how you win as long as you win? Cassie rolled her eyes. You don't really believe that, Rachel. No, wait a minute. You probably do. And I feel like that's unresolved tension from last book. I feel like there's still that like moral back and forth going on between Rachel and Cassie here that they haven't quite put to bed, this idea that Cassie thinks she's morally superior for not wanting to take the dirty way in a fight. And, you know, Rachel maybe, I wonder if Rachel's expressed some level of like, yeah, sure, it all worked out that we didn't kill that kid Karen, but I don't know if it was the right call just because it turned out all right this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of Karen, they do not seem stressed. Like, it seems like however far this book is set, or after that one, they're pretty sure they're not going to be ratted out.
Yeah, Cassie seems to be back to normal too, like after that whole experience.
Yeah, everything seems fine now.
Nobody's making any caterpillar jokes, I'll tell you that.
No,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be pretty traumatic, though. Maybe she's not ready to joke about it yet.
Erek showing up is so... Did you guys talk about this already? I zoned out for a while looking up Joxer.
No.
It's apparently played by Ted Raimi.
Oh!
Yeah.
Of the Quarry fame.
He shows up and he has this like gangster movie vibe.
He really does. He's like,
and he's
funny
like, we're
seeing
eating fast
you
food,
here.
and it's like, da-da-da. And Marco's like, what? No cheese? and he's like watching my fat intake, and it's like, oh my god! Like Marco's memory is so tainted by all the movies and bullshit he's watching. He's just like, his copium is that he is like just like trying to remember everything as a movie. Like right now, you got to imagine he's on a tribunal right now giving this testimony.
Oh, probably, yeah.
And he's like trying to make it sound all sexy and slick. Like it's really
He's
funny.
trying to like Scheherazade extend the testimony.
Yeah.
Little asides. Yeah.
It's he does roll up though, and he's like, wow, you know, look who's here. And then they're all like, we know he's pretending to eat the cheeseburger or the hamburger. Like,
yeah, I feel like this might be Erek's function in the books for the most part, is that he pops in and supplies. He's been doing this a couple of times. Like, I don't know that he's had another huge.
Do you think like a big fat check showed up at Erek's elementary school every single time they used his likeness?
Yeah, since he was the one based on a reader.
Yeah. This sounds maybe more serious, the Yerk's plan here, than like it definitely like in a different ballpark than most of our plot lines. They're not
much less goofy.
lumber. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't even really have a way to like wrap my head around this yet. It's like the book is like, it's like it would be like we had one scare with a senator like back when we had
or the guy running for governor.
Right, back when we like so long ago. What was that? That was the hot tub. That was book 6.
Yeah,
right?
and it was like he's running for governor, or no, he is the governor and he's going to run for president. Was like the idea.
But now we're just jumping that. Like this book is funny because it's so Looney Tunes at times and very, very silly, as we're about to like start getting into. And like at other times, it's finally like the series is taking off.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh my God, like all the stuff that we've wanted to happen is about to start happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical they're going to be able to finish it in one book. Like at this point, like,
I'm shocked too. I'm shocked.
It would be the first time if they did a to be continued.
Why not?
In an Animorphs book, it'd be crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, at least we can't jump to the ending and find out, but we can jump to chapter 5.
But what we can tell you is our opinions about these books. All right, chapter 5. Take it away.
I didn't know what you were quoting for a moment there because I haven't listened to it in so long. I skip it because it makes me cringe.
Erek leaves the Animorphs to consider what he's just shared. One thing at a time, Jake says. All they need to do right now is fetch the Escafil device from David's house. Tobias returns to the Burger King with good news. The window to David's bedroom is open. The Escafil device is even out in the open on David's bedroom desk. Jake and Marco go to the restroom for Marco to morph into an osprey. They're a very short time, their second time going to the bathroom together in this book.
Yeah.
We get some of the best morphing descriptions in a few books. Feather patterns appear on Marco's flesh like line drawings that flake upwards. His fingers stretch until they slip out of his skin as exposed bird bone. Then there's a knock on the door. A Burger King employee accuses Marco and Jake of doing drugs in the restroom. The employee uses a key to open the bathroom door while Jake hides Marco, who is already more osprey than human, in a hoodie. When the employee enters, Jake claims that Marco, who is much tinier now, and he's already small to begin with, is his little brother. But then why does Jake's little brother look like a bird? The employee asks. Marco feeds Jake a line that allows them to escape. Beakonoma, Marco says. It's especially tragic, and all because it only afflicts really smart, really cute people.
It's a very good chapter. I love his little, he comes up with something that sounds like a type of cancerous growth, and he's like, yeah, growth in the form of a beak, and also only affects certified cuties.
Yeah. I like that Jake delivers it. You know it's killing Jake. He's like, that's what we're going to go with. But Jake repeats it to the employees.
He doesn't know he's signed on for a problem with Beakonoma until, because he says he signs on to Beakonoma, and then Marco's like, it's especially tragic because he's like, shut the fuck up. And they're like, what? And he's like, I'm just cuddling my little brother. It's fine. Like, your face looks fine, little bro. What does he call him? Tommy. His brother is Tom. Oh my God. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, but he has Thomas energy, I think.
Well, I mean, especially since he got yerked.
Yeah.
I will say, like, after last chapter, I thought for a second this book was setting up to be like an Agatha Christie book. Like, I was like, is everything going to be a clue? And when, like, Tobias landed on the letter R in Burger King, I was like, is that a clue? Is that a clue? Is it going to be is it the Russian leader, or is it the German because they like burgers?
Oh my God, I don't know. Hamburger. Wait, that's the Japanese accent, but Hamburg is a place in Germany.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Chris, that's the part of your brain that was hurt by blueprints all those months ago. It's still...
Oh, yeah. Is it a clue?
More than my brain was hurt by blueprints.
But, yeah, it's a good chapter. Tobias says, he's like, I'd have gone in and grabbed it, except Jake said to report back. And I'm like, shakes fists angrily.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a memory of Steve Young? He says his sweatshirt, don't rip my sweatshirt. It's
signed by Steve Young, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Did you have a memory of who that was?
No.
Steve Young and Jerry Rice from the 49ers. I just remember like some little kids talking about it. They were like football players back then. Yeah.
No, I don't know who this man is. I just searched.
No.
I don't remember the man. I remember the name. Yeah. That's all. Yeah.
I assumed it was a musician.
Me too.
I know, wouldn't that be cool? Yeah. But nope.
On to next chapter?
Yeah, let's do it. Marco, Rachel, and Tobias fly to David's house. Marco is instantly jealous of David's house because he has a pool. Luckily for the Animorphs, David is out swimming in the pool. What luck! Giving them a golden opportunity to snag the Escafil device. Rachel's eagle morph is too big to fly through the window, so she stays outside to keep watch while Marco and Tobias go outside. She's just circling above the pool.
Yeah, you know.
But just before Osprey Marco enters the bedroom, Tobias warns him to watch out for the stick holding the bedroom window open. Too late! Marco knocks the stick out of the window as he enters, closing the window behind him. Tobias hits the closed window, knocking himself unconscious. He is dead. He begins broadcasting to Rachel and Marco his dazed recollections of a clue game. Worse yet, Marco has robbed himself of his escape route and is now trapped inside the bedroom with a big cat.
Not Miss Fluffers McKitty.
Yeah. The cat attacks Marco. Marco is about to demorph when Eagle Rachel comes crashing through the window, so helpful, to save Marco. Before they can escape, David bursts into the bedroom, having heard all of the commotion. Rachel says that she'll distract David while Marco grabs the Escafil device, but then they realize that David has armed himself with a BB gun.
They don't realize it's a BB gun yet, actually. They just know it's a gun.
I just wanted to say BB. I'm sorry.
Wanted to say BB, that's
it's just
fine.
A gun.
There's a couple really good little things in here that amused me greatly. So, number one, why didn't they just delete the ladder from the pool that David was in, like in The Sims?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that would have
Yeah.
been like really easy. But the more important thing that really amused me is so we get a description of the fight between Marco and the cat, whose name we don't know yet. And So suddenly it was a wild...
That shit's something good.
Suddenly it was a wild tangle of claws and talons and beaks and teeth, and I swear we must have looked like one of those cartoons where Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam are fighting and all you see is swirling dust and cartoon stars. We fell apart, glaring and panting at each other. I'd gotten in a few good hits, but Mr. Kitty was fast, and Mr. Kitty had clawed my belly down to the skin, bitten me in the neck, wing, other wing, and left leg, all in approximately 6 seconds, which is, survey says...
One D&D round.
One round of D&D combat.
Yeah. Wow. See, that cat is a high level monk.
Would you,
yes, to land that many hits?
Would you expect anything else from David's cat? I mean, come on.
I know, yeah.
I can't wait to hear this cat's name. It's probably something like Gandalf.
I just love that they specified 6 seconds. That made me so happy.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been, it was always 6 seconds, right? That was established even in editor's note. This is wrong, but I will correct myself later.
And they established that it was 6 seconds in the first release of these books before we went back and edited them.
Right,
that's
right.
KA's original writing.
Right.
Yeah, like that's not us. So,
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that we have had an incident, a whole big problem with Windows and bird morphs far too recently. And I be making mistakes like this, and I think it's Tobias's fault. I think that's not the time to share about the stick in the window. He has one job. It's not true anymore. He has a lot of jobs. He has a lot of jobs.
A lot of little bird hats.
And yet this is one of the main hats that he has to wear, is sharing about the little sticks holding up windows.
Yeah, it's also like, how do you fucking not see that? Like, come on. Like, just Marco.
Yeah.
Like, he's so cartoony, this book. He has a reputation of thinking. But he's not thinking.
It's almost like he's a little distracted. He's a little distracted.
It's true. It's true.
I will say, I don't remember anything else about this book, but the moment I read Tobias remembering the Clue game, I had like a whole memory that came back of reading this book as a kid and cracking up. That was the funniest thing I had ever read, was Tobias being like, it was Professor Plum in the observatory with the, and I just remember,
or was it Miss Scarlet?
Yeah, and I could not believe that I was laughing that hard at a book, and I was like 6 or 7 years old, just cracking up about this book in bed.
Like a gun gets pulled on Marco, and the chapter ends with from far off, I heard, actually, Miss Scarlet, I think you should have used a wrench.
Yeah.
And it's like, first of all, it's not how Clue works. It's also really funny.
Yeah.
It's really funny. Yeah. Well, it's like, it is how Clue works if you imagine you're in the game of Clue, you know what I mean? And you're giving advice, you know what I mean? You're a murder consultant.
Yeah.
For hire.
Oh. What if there was a version? Oh, go ahead.
What's also fun about that memory, though, is that I remember being amazed that Tobias was remembering a Clue game while an incredibly stressful thing was happening. So I was like, I was reading in bed, but I was on the edge of my seat. I was so stressed. It felt like anyone could die at any moment. Like it was like really happening to me. And it's just not how
yeah. You know what that is? That's the subversion of expectation that's at the heart of comedy. But unfortunately, in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition, the combat rounds were actually 1 minute long, and that's what they would have been playing in. So it had the further evidence of the rewrite theory.
I think so.
Yes,
that it was rewritten with modern D&D in mind.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's the end of that. Anyway, if you would like to
join the Patreon, like holy shit, we just deflated at the end there because I couldn't remember the name Ernest
You forgot Hemingway. I found out that a 2nd edition D&D round was a minute long, and everything just went to shit.
We didn't touch on Rachel bursting through the window. Speaking of comedy in this chapter, in like a big like Kool-Aid Man entrance. And is the romance Rachel and Tobias? Because would Rachel come bursting through? She hasn't come bursting through a window for anyone else. You think she would?
I think she would.
I don't want her with Marco, but I'm just saying.
No, I think she would. I think she'd do it for no one. Like, you know what I mean? She'd do it for the device itself. She was already mad she was left out of this for being too big. Yeah. And then she was like, oh, finally, my chance to be involved in the mission.
Right. Once the window shut and the criteria for what sized bird could get through the window shifts from them to none, she's like, well, if nobody can fit through this window, I'll fit through this window. I'll just smash it.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I had one more thing.
Bonk, bonk.
Marco the Osprey, watch out for that stick.
And scene. All right.
Thanks for listening to Anidorks. We'll be back soon with lots more to say. Until the Andalites return, or at least until next time. See you soon!